And let me try one more time. I'm not exactly sure why, but it is not letting me stream it to our treasure tribe. But I'm going to try one more time. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Share to a group.
I wonder if anybody else is logged in as you.
To my Zoom account. Well, I'm logged in as me, so I should be able to do it. It's giving me other pages, but it's not letting me go to our treasure tribe page, which is
Is it allowing you to search? Can you use the search box?
That's what I'm doing, Sarah. I'm typing in what I always do. I type in the treasure tribe, and I've got pretty much every other treasure tribe group coming up except for the main one. So I don't know. I've never had that happen before. So what I will do is I will record it, and then we'll post the recording afterwards. And I have no idea why it's doing that. So I'm sorry. So maybe if one of you can post in our treasure tribe group, if one of you are able to, that we are not able to Zoom there today, and if they would like to join, to please join with and share the Zoom information, I would so appreciate it. All right, so I'm excited about today's topic. We are talking about promoting to area leader or promoting area leaders on your team. Oh, and let's see. Okay, Sarah's going to share. Thank you, Sarah. Okay, that's interesting. So it happened to you last night, Paula. It may be something with our group, and I wonder if our group has somehow, you know what? Let me look really quickly, guys. Let me look at something. I'm actually going to go to our group. I'm going to make sure that, just give me a moment here. I'm going to make sure that settings.
Tish, it was the Dream Catchers group. Sally said it happened to her on her coffee chat on Thursday too. I don't know if Sally, you were trying to go to the main treasure tribe or a different group, but Sally said it happened to her too.
I
don't know if there's something. I thought maybe it was me, which
yeah. Okay, I was going to look and see. I guess what I'll need to do is just make sure that we have, maybe somehow the Zoom app has, here's the apps. Let me just see what apps. Yeah, we've got Zoom on there. You know what, let me do this. Let me remove it. I'm going to add it back, and we'll see if that makes a difference next time. I have no idea. I am not an expert on this stuff. So anywho, we'll do the best we can do today, right? All right, guys. So we are talking about promoting area leaders or promoting to area. And I want you, and in a moment, I'm gonna move into you guys hearing from our guest panel that we have today. But before I do that, I'm gonna run through our announcements and reminders for this week, because we have several promos that are ending on Wednesday. And while I'm running through the announcements, I want to hear from you. If you are a fashion director or a branch leader listening today and would love to promote to area leader, I want you to pop a 1 in the chat box. Okay, so pop a 1 in the chat so that we know. While y'all are doing that, Wednesday is our close of week 2 of August. And with that, we've got lots of deadlines. All right, first deadline is Rich Rewards Level 1. If you are new here, when you submit $1,000 net non, the first 2 weeks of every month that you do it, first 2 weeks, you get a $250 Park Lane jewelry credit where you can get any items from the website. So I'm always a big believer that why would you buy something when you can earn it for free? So I highly encourage you to hit that marker. And when you do that 12 months of the year, that's an extra $3,000 in free product that you're getting every single year. All right, from Park Lane, just as a thank you for doing your job. Number 2 is we have our double bonus offer for our customers ending Wednesday, our double thank yous for our hostesses ending Wednesday. Our sign up special ends on Wednesday. And many of you have been doing reach outs and sharing this opportunity. One of the reasons why the timing is now to promote to area is because we do have this incredible sign up offer. So after you hear and get inspired by all the stories today, my hope and desire for you is you make a list and you use that special to reach out using the tools that we have that we trained on last week, using our tools and boards, using our third-party sources that you have at your fingertips to share this opportunity. Because as we've been talking, and I will continue to remind you guys, that when you can shift your mindset around sharing this opportunity and you make it not about you and you make it about the other person. Often people will tell me when they are hesitant to sponsor, when they are hesitant to share, they're like, I don't want that person to think that it's about me. We as women, we have servant hearts. We want to help people. We want to do for others. But what is beautiful about this business and this model is when you can bring value into the world, and you can bring a whole lot of value by helping others learn how to do the business that you've learned how to do. When you do that, you can leverage yourself, leverage your time, leverage your income, and build a life and a business without limits. It becomes about helping others. And while you help others, in turn, you're going to end up reaching your dreams and your goals as well. All right. So we've got those specials ending on Wednesday. The last thing that I will mention ending on Wednesday is our birthday bash necklace, that gorgeous necklace that I'm blanking on the name of it. Hold on just a second here. The name of that beauty is, oh my goodness, what's the name of it? I forget the name, but I'm going to show you guys a picture right here. Look how gorgeous. One of our amazing Treasure Tribe team members took these gorgeous photos, and we can earn this necklace the first 2 weeks of August when we submit 1,500 net and on the first 2 weeks. So you're going to get 1,000 and get your $250 in free product. And then you're going to get an extra 500 more, and you are getting that beauty. I mean, look how gorgeous that looks on. Oh my goodness. All right. So if you are earning that necklace, put Ellie's the necklace. Thank you. Thank you. If you're earning that necklace, put a 2 in the comments. I have full faith that every single person listening today is not going to let that necklace pass you by. And when you do that, you're also going to be hitting the RRC level 1 marker. Okay. While we're doing that, I want to change directions and let's talk about area leader. All right. Many of you mentioned that you are a fashion director or branch and you would love to promote to area leader. If you are higher than an area level leader or already an area leader, one of the things we want to teach you how to do, one of your first lessons in leadership is learning how to promote area leaders. Because when you can unlock how to promote area leaders and you start helping your team members do what you've learned to do, it's when talk about adding value and scaling your business, you see growth like you never imagined possible. All right. So first of all, the biggest perk that comes from promoting to area leader is you get a permanent sales pay raise. You're earning 40% of every single thing you sell, 40% permanent. You never lose the title. You never go back. Instead of earning 30% as a fashion director, 35% as a branch leader, you're earning 40%. You actually can earn up to 50%. All right. So it's a guaranteed 40%, but you could actually earn up to 50% if you want and desire. And I'm going to walk you through how you do that. So that's the first perk. The second perk is you qualify and can earn our Mercedes car program. The third perk is you're promoting to area leader, you're likely earning the trips as well. We have many area leaders that along their way to promoting to area, they also earned the trip. So you're earning trips, you're earning 40 to 50% of everything you sell. You have access to Mercedes. You also are earning 10% of the sales of your fashion directors, 10%. So I just want to paint a picture for you here. All right. You bring along 2 or 3 team members to join your team. We'll talk about who those people could be in a minute when we start having our committee share. and they go out and they do a $800 net party. Let's say it's $1,000 net and non, an $800 net party each week. You are earning 10% of those sales every time they do a party. So if you have one fashion director on your team doing $1,000 net and non, or 800 net a week, that's $80 you are earning per week on that party. And if you're like, well, is that right? Should I feel comfortable? Well, did you teach her how to do it? Are you her support system? Are you there helping her when she has questions? Have you added value to the world by teaching her how to do what you've learned how to do? Absolutely. It's no different than any other sales model in the world. When you have corporations, you have CEOs, you have managers, you have sub-level managers, you have lower level managers, and you've got sales reps. And all of those people along the way are all earning based on the sales that that organization brings. So it is no different here, other than we are all a voluntary army. We're all independent contractors. When you help others go out and learn this business, you are not only helping them earn income, but you are earning as well. Okay, so 10% on your fashion directors. If you have any branch leaders, branch directors, you're earning 6% on everything that they sell and their team. So yes, it drops from 10 to 6%, but it's because there's more people there now. You're not just one person, you're at least 2 people on that team, or potentially 3 people, or potentially 4 people, and you're earning 6% on what that entire team or leg does. It's significant. It adds up quickly. So as an area leader, let's just give a perfect example. If you had 3 team members weekly doing $1,000 net party each week, I'm just going to keep it real basic for just ease. You had 3 team members doing $1,000 net each week, you're earning 10% of that 1,000. That's $100 on each of those $1,000 net parties, times 3, because you've got 3 people. That's $300 a week that you are earning in addition to your own party sales. Those are not on your parties. Those are on your team members' parties that you have helped them to learn how to do. All right. So it can add up very quickly. Also, you have the opportunity, as I mentioned, to earn up to 50% on your personal sales. How do you do that? When you have a minimum of $2,500 net in sales for the month, and you have a minimum of 8 team members that are active any given month, and active means $300 net. You have at least 8 team members that have submitted at least 300 in sales, and you've done at least 2,500 in sales, you are earning that extra 10% on your total personal sales for the month. We have a lot of area leaders here who sell about $5,000 net a month, and they get an extra $500 bonus at the end of the month because they have their active team members. Just one of the perks of being an area leader. So it is substantial. You also have access to an annual bonus. I won't get into those details, but you do. If you are currently an area leader, you want to look at those annual bonuses because you could qualify this year. And then the list goes on. As I mentioned, Mercedes Club, trips, all the other things. All right. And the best gift, in my opinion, is the gift that keeps on giving, which is when you go out and help others learn how to do what you've learned how to do. Like, that's actually, you can't put a price tag on that, because the amount of, I don't even know if gratitude is the right word, but how it makes me feel when I'm able to have someone have success here and earn income here, it makes me feel like $1 million. And I know many of you feel the exact same way. All right. So with that being said, let's talk about what's required to promote to area. All right. So these are the qualifications. First of all, you would have 3 team recruits. All right. So anybody promoting to area basically has already promoted themselves to branch. So we're basically talking about what you need to get from branch to area. All right. So you're already a branch. You're going from branch to area. If you're listening today as a fashion stylist and you're not yet a branch, then you would promote to branch first, which could be done in 1 week. That's bringing 1 person on. And then to get to the next level, you are having 3 more people join your team, 3 more people. And at least one of them has to be a personal recruit. The other 2 could come from another team member, but at least one of them has to be a personal recruit. The second qualification is you need $5,000 in net team sales. 5,000 in net team sales. Those are the team sales of you plus your team. So let's say you did $2,500 in the month of August, then you need $2,500 in net sales from your team, right? And then the third requirement would be you need 3 active team members in the commissionable month that you're promoting that have a minimum of $300 in net sales. So an active team member means they have a minimum of 300 net sales in any given month. So when you're promoting to area, you need a minimum of three team members with 300 net sales. So you don't need 3 qualified team members in the month you promote. You just need to have 3 team members that have a minimum of 300 in net sales. And you might have qualified some of those gals in the previous month, okay? So they don't have to all be qualified in the same month, but you have to have 3 new team members that are qualified recruits. And then the month you're promoting, you have to have a minimum of 3 of them with 300 in net sales. Hope that makes sense. It's a little confusing until you're like in it. And when you're in it and you're doing it, it makes sense. All right. And if I've confused you further, then you're going to want to get with your upline leader and she can clarify any questions that you have. All right. Okay. That's basically it. That's all that's needed. All right. And at the end of our call, we have a gal that is working towards promoting to area this month. I know she can do it. She may be like, well, I think I can do it. My sponsor says I can do it. I'm like, oh girl, you're totally going to do it. She just joined 2 months ago. I see her there smiling. She just joined 2 months ago. And she doesn't really know what she's doing, but what we know, those of us that know a little bit about this business, we know she's going to promote herself to area this month. All right. So can you do it in your second month? You absolutely can do it in your second month. Can you do it in your 22nd month? You absolutely can do it in your 22nd month. And we've got a beautiful assortment of area leaders that have promoted to area here and are going to be sharing with you their journey, their top tips, and any extra little miscellaneous things. So we're going to start with my first committee member today is Amy Still. Amy, I see you there. Can you unmute yourself?
Good morning.
Good morning, Amy. Thank you for being here today. All right.
Thank you.
Share with the group, Amy. First of all, what's your background and when did you join Park Lane? And how did you get introduced to Park Lane?
Perfect. Thank you. So background, I love my career. I'm in the potato industry, moved all over the place, but I've been around direct sales since the age of 19. So done many different things. And I was introduced to Park Lane about 1.5 years ago from a coworker inviting me to a party. And so our wonderful Lori Mercer, the Mercer Method, was the stylist for the event. And I joined her VIP page and then she had her big sale. I got hooked. She talked me into having a party. I wanted the entire fall collection last August. So I joined last August and it has been an absolute blessing. I had 3 bookings off my party. So I'm originally a Minnesota girl. I had all 3 of my hostesses in Minnesota. 2 of them are very, very close friends. And they literally took the leap with me. So I promoted to branch. All 3 of us qualified in the exact same week. So we had a blast getting to jump through all of this together as a team and continued. The third party, she ended up joining me later down the road, which she helped me promote to area in February when she signed up with her sister-in-law. So grew the team back in February. So about 6 months later, I promoted to area and it has been so much fun. I joined essentially I was already doing a side business and I was on a health journey that was very expensive. My side business was not helping pay the bill. So Park Lane has surpassed all of that and has been a true blessing because all of the different companies I've joined, the sisterhood is nothing like we have here. So I love, love, love all of the women that I have met through this journey in Park Lane, because it surpasses everything I've experienced in the other 10 different industries I've tried. So super fun and just love everything about it. Love the jewelry. I have always loved fashion, so it fits perfectly.
I would think a fashion gal that works in the potato industry, this is like a really great, creative, fun outlet for you. Am I right in assuming that?
Absolutely. I have people commenting on my jewelry all the time now that we're back in the office.
And so you work full time, yes?
Yes, I work full time.
I love how you said that you got started and you booked 3 parties from your original party, and 2 of those 3 bookings ended up joining you in the business that same month, right? And you guys
Absolutely, yes.
all qualified at the same time. So basically,
Yes,
you qualified, immediately promoted to branch, like all at the same time. I'm sure Lori was literally helping you every step of the way.
absolutely.
I'm sure she told you, do not worry that you do not know anything yet, because I'm going to train you and your people together. It's the same for me to train you as it is to train a couple of your besties, right?
Yes,
And then
absolutely.
months later, because you started in August, then basically a few months later, you had a couple more join, and then you promoted to area in August.
I promoted to area in February, so
Sorry,
right
February.
after Sparkle.
Yeah.
Yep. So
yeah.
when we had the whole impression bracelet, I had a couple more join, promoted them. Yes, super, super fun.
So awesome. So tell me, Amy, how many parties do you feel you're averaging a week or month?
I want a minimum of 2 a week, because I know lately some parties are really good and some are a little more lackluster. So trying to make sure I have at least 2 a week, minimum of 5 a month. And right now I'm trying to help some of the new gals I've just signed up in the last 2 weeks, try to get their next parties going so I can help them get going as well. So super, super fun to help them, but at the same time, keep myself consistent by getting the sales that I need.
And those 2 we didn't talk about this, but those 2 most recent gals that have just joined you, how did you connect with them, or how did they get introduced to Park Lane?
So one of the gals, she has been my Zaya rep for a long time, and ironically didn't know it, that she used to be part of Premier. So she was asking all kinds of questions. I've been sharing the videos with all of my hostesses. And then the other one, she was just a customer at one of my other shows that I had. So just sharing the opportunity with everybody, like we've been talking about. So with your hostesses and at least 2 of your customers, which I actually share with most of them if they have a long list. So it's been working out.
That's incredible. And so you use, it sounds like you kind of use the Mercer method that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. And share with the group really quickly. We didn't talk about this either, but just share with the group kind of what that Mercer method is, which was we named after Lori Mercer, your sponsor, had shared on one of our treasure talks a year or so ago, what she does with all of her customers.
Yes. So essentially, as soon as somebody sends me their wish list, if it's a longer wish list, if they're at least doing that 6-pack, I send them the Mercer method words back saying, thank you for sending your wish list. You're entered into the wish list giveaway. This might sound crazy, but have you ever thought about doing something that I do? And then if they say no, we at least start the conversation. I ask if they want the video. And then if those fall through, then I at least try to book a party. So doing all of the different things that we possibly can to share the love of jewelry.
And this is like music to my ears, because it sounds like you use the tools that you have at your fingertips. I'm assuming you're a big boards user.
Yes, absolutely.
And you're using the videos that we have there for you and the words that are there and all the things to make it simple and fast, because you're busy. You're a busy person.
Yes, I'm using all of the things. Boards has been a godsend for everybody who's doing the work behind the scenes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So makes it easy.
Amy, I'm so happy for you. Huge congrats. Do you have like, oh, well, let me ask you this. While you were working to promote to area the last 6 months, let's say, hold on a minute. Let me make sure we've got unmuting everybody. So we may have to unmute you. You may have to unmute yourself, Amy. I think we had someone unmuted, sorry. But what were a couple of other things that you accomplished along this way, along this journey while you were working to promote to area?
Yeah, so absolutely just making sure I'm trying to get the RRC1 every single month, pushing to get RRC2, sharing so I can try to get the 3, the 4, all of those things, but just being consistent. So if I'm not getting those 2 bookings off every party, which I'm consistently getting 1, reaching back out. My big thing is I follow up. Once I've closed a party, I reach back out to all of my customers from that party, see if they love their jewelry. And I've actually been booking some parties just off the customers who've gotten their jewelry because they get it and they love it. And so just keeping the consistency of following through on everything has been absolute key for me.
I love it. You make it sound so simple and effortless. I know that it's not effortless. I know it takes structure, but it sounds like you utilize the systems, you put them in place, you follow the steps that others share that have success are doing, and you're seeing the results. So huge congrats, Amy. Everybody give Amy some love in the chat. I'm so just blown away by you. You've got your proud sponsors who are cheering you on. Thank you for sharing today. And thank you for being our first.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, you know what? Last thing, Amy, and I won't have you share 3 tips, but what is 1 or 2 tips that you would give to someone that is working to promote to area or would like to promote to area?
For one, I would say do not take it personally if people say no. Continuously reach out. So that consistency is key. So keep going. You can do it. Just take yourself out of it because it's nothing personal. We know we're in a recession and some people are throwing out there that they don't have the money, which is also when I'm starting to plug in that they could have the opportunity to make money with me. So I would stick with that. And then, like I said, bookings. You need everything off the bookings. So everything all of you wonderful leaders have shared with us, use the tools, use the words because they do work. It's a matter of numbers. So continue to push and reach out.
Love it. You're the best. Thank you so much, Amy. Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, we have Cheryl Rucka. Cheryl, you can unmute yourself. And I hope that let's see. I hope I am saying your last name correctly.
It's Rucka.
Rucka. Okay. I'm looking to find you right now. Hold on just a second. Oh, wait, did I just pass you? There you are. There you are. Awesome. All right, Cheryl, thank you for being here today. Tell the group a little bit about yourself, your background, how you got enrolled here at Park Lane, and when you got started.
Okay. I am Cheryl, and I was a teacher. I am a teacher, but I'm a retired teacher. I'll always be a teacher. I was teaching kindergarten. I taught kindergarten for the last 21 years. Before that, I actually taught high school. So it was kind of a big jump down to kindergarten, but that's a whole nother story. I was invited to a party, like most of us get started, one of my best friends. And so I said, of course. So I'm going to be honest. I looked at the catalog and thought, wow, this jewelry is expensive. But I thought, I'll go ahead and I'll get something for her. But then when I was went to the party, Jerry Arnold was doing the party. And once she explained the sale, I realized it's not expensive. I can do this. I ended up putting in 2 carts at that party. Absolutely fell in love with the jewelry. So to move things along, ended up after a while with Jerry being consistent and reaching out to me, I ended up having my own party. And I got 20 orders at my party. So I was blown away with that. And of course, she was asking me, telling me, you need to do this. You have all these friends. They love you. Let's do this. Oh, no, I don't have time. All the excuses we hear. My friends all have their own side gigs. They're not going to do this. They were just being nice this one time. Things moved along. I ended up having a second party. I think we got 14 orders on that party. So Jerry called me and said, look, Cheryl, you're one of my best customers. I can keep taking your money, but you need to do this. If nothing else, you're going to get 30% back in commission. So I kind of thought, like a rebate, right? Okay. I said, but I don't want to sell. I don't want to do it. I can't do that. And she's like, I think you can. I said, no, I can't do that, but I'll do it just to get the money back because I love this jewelry. So I signed on in January. I didn't do anything in January. And then I don't really remember. Somebody just said, hey, why don't you just try one party? Why don't you do a party? So I did. And from that point on, I was kind of hooked. Of course, I had told Jerry I'm not going to do anything until I retire in May, but I don't know what happened to that story. So I started doing it. The friend that had invited me to her party had already signed on. So I had her, and then another friend, we'd been friends since first grade. So, you know, a long time. Another longtime friend signed on. And then my third person was someone I worked with at school, and I also taught her son. So I had my 3 people, and things moved on, and, you know, the trip came up, and I thought, I'm new, I'm not going to Hawaii, this is crazy. I didn't even think about it. I just kept doing what I was doing. And then one day Jerry messaged me and said, hey, do you realize how close you are to getting this trip? So that kind of motivated me. I am a little bit of a competitive person. So I did what I needed to do to get the trip. I did earn the trip. And then I promoted to area. I got another recruit. This is kind of an interesting story. Someone had signed up to do a party, and at the last minute fell through, said, I can't do it. So, you know, I needed those sales. So I contacted a customer from the previous party that had really seemed interested and had put in a good order. And I said, look, here's what happened, and I need a party. Is there any way you can do one on this short notice? It was like, you know, 2 or 3 days, which is plenty of time. She said, okay, I'll do it. She ended up not only having a great party, but she was my 4th recruit. So she's going gangbusters now. So it really is just, you've got to reach out to people. You've got to talk to people. And just what Amy said, it's not personal. So many, and I know I'm like this too, to some extent. You feel like you're asking them for something, but you're not really, you're giving them something. And you've got to change that mindset to you're offering, you're not asking. So that kind of helps me. So that's kind of how I ended up area leader.
I love it. What are your, and I love how you said you're not asking, you're offering. You got to really shift that mindset. What are your tips for those listening today that are also interested in promoting the area, earning a trip, the next trip to Cabo and whatever else?
Well, I probably, what I see is the hardest part to doing the promoting it is getting the recruits. It's not the sales. If you know, you can get that down. Do what they tell you to do, people. Okay. I don't remember who said it. Tish, it may have been you. It may have been Christy. It may have been Jerry. Don't overthink it. Just do it, you know, and that's what I do. I just do it. I just put it out there and see what happens. So doing the recruits, that's the hardest part for me. But I think the thing is, I never approached it as, hey, do you want to do this and sell jewelry? I kind of did it as, look at all this jewelry you can get for $99, and then you don't have to do anything. You don't have to sell. Now, Jerry Arnold, you know, all hail Jerry Arnold. She taught me right away, you don't just sign on kidnappers and let them sit there. You at least get them to do that party and get qualified, or it doesn't do any good for you. So, you know, I did tell them, okay, I am going to ask you to just do one party, but I'm doing it for you. It's just, you're just the hostess. We're going to flip it. You're going to be qualified, and it's going to be good for both of us. And so I would just say approach it as, I mean, if somebody's interested in selling, of course, go for that. But if they're not, if they're real hesitant, just make sure that, you know, put that jewelry in front of them. You know, all that jewelry for $99. Who doesn't want that? I can't believe that every customer we have doesn't sign up to do that. I don't understand that at all. You're going to give me $500 for $500 worth of jewelry for $99. Yeah, I'll take that. So I don't get it. But that's kind of the approach I took. And then, you know, and some of them kind of started, you know, I had one who really wanted to sell, and we're working on her. I have 2 friends that really aren't selling, but that fourth one, the one that kind of fell into my lap, she's the one she's going places. She's getting ready to promote soon. So just, throw that jewelry in front of them and then take it from there. But make sure that they do that party, flip it, get them qualified, and that'll help you get your promotion.
Well, and I think you're the perfect example. You started out as a top shopper, and Jerry was finally like, I mean, you could continue doing this, but like it only makes sense that you enroll and get to take advantage of the perks. So
yeah, and I have a customer. Well, I have a couple of customers right now. They're me. They're in all my parties. They're commenting. They're explaining things to people. They're doing all this. I'm like, you're doing my job. Why don't you do it and get paid for it? And I'm almost there with them, but they're fantastic. I mean, they do all the things. So those hostesses that you have that really do what you ask them to do, those are the ones to go for, because those are the ones that have that potential to do what we're doing.
yeah. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Such wise words. Congrats on all your success. Kona,
Yes.
promo, and I have no doubt we'll be seeing many more celebrations coming from your area. So thank you again for sharing. All right.
Thank you, Tish. Thank you, Jerry.
Next we have Susan Schwartzbrot. Susan, are you there?
I am.
Okay, there you are. I'm like having to find people. All right, awesome. Well, I'm excited that you're here, Susan, and share with the group your background, how you got started, and when you promoted to area.
Sure. So I'm a mom of 3 girls. They're now 6, 8, and 10. I also work as a psychologist in community mental health. I actually started Park Lane back in March of 2019. I actually attended a vendor event in my community and saw the jewelry, thought it was amazing. I have a lot of allergies to nickel and stuff like that. And I was like so amazed and excited that I could wear something that looked so beautiful that wouldn't cost a fortune. I right away, like there was a little sheet out there, like, would you be open to hosting a party? At that time, I was turning 40. I was kind of going back to back with my girls with nursing and being pregnant, and kind of wanted to do something for myself at that time. So buying jewelry for me was a big deal. And then also finding out about the host program was awesome too. And the opportunity to really connect with other women, because so much of my life was about giving to others and all of that. So I did that. I had a party. I was asked a few times if I would join in. And once I heard about the 50% fundraiser program, that's what really got me, and did a lot. And kind of my launch was really doing a fundraiser with the mental health organization that I was in. I did a big fundraiser for them and raised a lot of money for them for suicide prevention. So that was exciting. It felt really fulfilling for me to continue kind of helping others in that way. And I did about one party a month for a while doing that. That was kind of what I could do at the time and wanted to do at the time. And then right around, so in January of 2021 is when we decided to renovate our house. And I knew that I had a big financial why, big time. I knew that we couldn't cover the costs. So I went ahead and said, all right, I'm going to kick, and things were working out with my family. I said, we'll work it out where I can do parties one night a week. So that's when I really saw things change. Okay. At that, I did promote to branch before that. I did have one party, and I had a hostess that flipped her show and did the business. And then in 2021, I started doing weekly parties. And then it was very, very fast from there. I pretty much did, I sponsored, 2 people a month, for the, so I sponsored and qualified 2 in January. February is when I became area after having 2 more join me. And then the following month got the Mercedes car bonus, and then I earned Key West the following month. So it was very fast, and it was really about being consistent. I had tried to sponsor before, but I really wasn't having enough parties to really like make that happen. And so that was kind of how it worked for me. Yeah.
To me, that's almost like the most important tip you could share, is that the minute you committed, you know, it's like your why changed. All of a sudden you had a financial goal, a kitchen that you were wanting to make an impact on. You got your family on board to figure out how you could allow the time to do that party a week. And the minute you started doing that, you started getting in front of more people. And that really is, I mean, we say it and we say it and we say it, but when we go and we look at like our top recruiters, there's always a correlation to the top recruiters are doing the most amount of parties. They're just getting in front of more people. And then they're using those parties as a vehicle to use the tools that we have and follow the tips to, you know, share and whatnot. So I love that. I love that you earned a trip. It was fun connecting with you and spending time with you in Key West. And now that you have been an area, so you have been an area leader for how long?
So I became an area leader in February of 2021.
Of 2021. And what would you say, what are you, now a year plus later, what would you say you sell on a consistent basis? And what would you say you're earning on a, maybe an average weekly or monthly basis?
Yeah, so I pretty consistently sell about 1,000 a week. So pretty consistently, you know, 4,000 to 5,000 a month, depending on how many. It's pretty consistent for me. I do that through, I still do one night a week, whether it's an individual party or I actually do a lot with our team parties. I usually have multiple hostesses in there. So that's another way that I kind of capitalize on the time with that. I earn about 1,200 a month personally myself, which is really great because we have had a lot of more expenses, and I'm, you know, doing pretty well right now for earning Cabo. I'm very excited about that. So, you know, you can really like kind of kick it up when you need to or want to, and when your schedule allows. I'm just trying to think, was there another question in there?
No, what was your best, I was asking you earlier, what was your best sales week that you've had since joining?
Oh, I actually just had that. So I was able to max out triple points. And I had, let's see, I wrote it down. It was, 3,317 in that last week of July. So that was exciting. And yeah, my best months were around, you know, like my best month was 5,505 so far.
Amazing.
So,
and have you been able to make that big financial impact towards your kitchen that you had hoped to?
oh yeah, it was wonderful. It took much longer than we planned, as it has for I think everybody, but especially during COVID. And it's just so nice to be able to enjoy that. And I actually have my jewelry like on a beautiful hutch that I was able to pay for completely with my Park Lane earnings. So that's really fun. And I really love sharing the opportunity. So I think, you know, continuing to do that, everyone that I have sponsored has been a hostess of mine as well. So really, and almost all of them I asked multiple times. And then it wasn't until they actually had their party that they saw how awesome it was, saw the response from their friends, and then how easy it was. And then, you know, well, you could stay, you know, the hostess, or you could join. And then, you know, and again, kind of like others were saying, is that you never know. Some people may do a lot right after that, and then others, you know, who say, well, I think I'm just gonna, do this on the side, kind of as a hobby, end up like really rocking it. So you just never know kind of where people are at. And so just helping them with whatever their goals are.
I love it. You have a very servant heart. I've always felt that about you, and it's beautiful to watch you be a part of our community and continue to grow. So huge congrats to you, Season. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Season some love. And just a reminder with Season's journey, guys, she was here for a couple of years and then things changed and she ticked up her business and her parties, and look at the results. So it is never too late to decide you want something different here, and then use Park Lane as a way to get it. All right. Okay. Next up, we have Frances Taylor. Miss Frances, are you there?
I'm here.
There you are. Hello, Frances.
Hello, Tish.
So good to see you today. All right. So tell everybody your background, why you enrolled at Park Lane, and how quickly you promoted to area.
Okay, well, I'm an accessory girl, and actually that was my nickname at my work, at my corporate job. They always call me Miss Little Accessory because I was always accessorized. So in May, how I got started and how I was introduced to Park Lane was that I was invited to a party, and it was a messenger party. And at that time I said, you know what? I like jewelry, why not? So I bought jewelry, did it for about 5-6 months, kept buying. And then I remember it was Erin. She had a VIP page, and she said, hey, if you guys want to come into my VIP page, come on in. So I did. Long story short, what I did at that time, I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to sign up. So I just let her know I'm going to sign up because I like the jewelry. And then I said, that's how I got started, signed myself up, told her that I was going to sign up. And I just started doing the business, and I was having a lot of fun. And I remember one time though, I kept selling, sharing, and because I just loved it. And that was on June 2nd when I actually signed up on May 1st. Didn't do anything till June 2nd because of my direct selling previously. Couldn't do a whole lot of things because you couldn't talk about what you were doing if you were going into another direct selling business at that time. But on June 2nd, I took off, had a great time. And I remember come around July 28th, I had one of my previous direct selling partner join the business with me. And by August 4th, I promoted to branch. And I remember Heidi gave me a call because I guess having all this sales. And Heidi goes, do you know that you're getting close to earning the Aruba trip? I didn't know because I was just having too much fun selling it and sharing it with everybody else. And then in October, July 28th, I had my second girl sign up. And on November, I think it was November 1st or November 2nd, I had my last 2 girls sign up. And by November 10th, I had all 3 of the girls qualified, and which was the last day also, I think, of the Aruba deadline. So at that time, I had all 3 girls qualified, which brought me to area, which also earned me the Aruba trip at that time.
Isn't it amazing how those programs all work together? This is what we tell people. We're like, while you're reaching for this, likely you're also going to hit this at the same time. Frances,
that's exactly.
That's how it happened, right?
That's exactly how it happened.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. What would be your top tips for those that are wanting to promote?
You know what, to me has always been, since I've been in the corporate world, I always go by direction, and direction I mean by leadership, meaning that plug into the leaders who are always there showing up and who are guiding you. So I'm always really having a fun with all my leaders. So and I'm going to I always give it to Heidi because she's the one that said, do you know how close you are? This is what you need. This is what you have to, go for. This is all you need. So I was like, okay, let me have it. I'll do it. And I used to just went for it, and she would just give me the guidance, and I did it. So follow your leader's direction. They're there for, for them to lead. And, I know one of you guys said it's the community. I've never had a community in my life. Being, for 18 years, since I was 18, been in direct selling. I'm going to be 55 in a few weeks, you guys. So it's been in direct selling for that long and not once earn a trip, I'm beyond myself. I'm like so excited.
Yes.
So it's like amazing for me. So this is great.
I want to put that like on I need that. Whoever's really technical here, we need that in a short little 10-second clip that we can put all over the world. That is awesome, Frances. I
She's
love it.
amazing.
Well, and I'm a big believer in energy. I know we've talked a lot about energy in our treasure talk over the last several weeks, and you radiate positive energy. You put it out into the universe, and you just don't know when, people that are following, you just have this, again, another example, guys, everybody that's been sharing today, you guys have these servant hearts. You just want to help other people. It's not about, let me do this so I can get this. Or join me so I can get this. It's let me help you. Let me help you save money by joining. Let me help you be the one earning the money because your friends all love it. And by joining, let me help you reach for this by joining. I mean, it's just amazing. So huge congrats. What's been your best week and your best month since joining?
My best week, I would say, was in October because I did my own personal sales with 5,500. And I did it actually, I think Heidi can tell you, I think it was a 3 days worth that I brought $3,000 in 3 days, 3 days worth that she said, you have to do this, you can do this. So that was my best ever, which was so amazing. This is the best company I've ever been with, but the community, like I said, I love that I get to plug in with all these beautiful women who really give me that energy to keep going. So it's like, I just love it.
Well,
everything about it.
And we have a few of our Treasure Tribe team members, guys, that have been working hard at translating some of our tools, and Frances is one of them. So if you speak Spanish or have team members that speak Spanish and you've seen some of those Spanish Spanish documents, Frances has been a big player in that. So thank you, Frances, for that as well. I know that's time given. All right, thank you. Our last area leader that we're going to have share, and then we're going to round this up with Sarah Hammers, who is going to be promoting to area this month, along with many of you have a feeling, is Lauren Smith. Lauren, are you there?
Hello, good morning. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, I'm looking for you, Lauren. Hold on. Where?
I'll wave at you.
Are you waving? Okay.
Like wave at everybody this morning. Good morning.
All right. Awesome, Lauren. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited you're here. And for those of you guys that don't know Lauren, I'm first just going to tell you, Lauren deserves a big old virtual hug and kiss from us, because she is, I'm going to kind of say the crazy person, but she is the one that is volunteered to take on this catalog or lookbook project and is having lookbooks printed and is going to personally, with some family members that are helping her, sort and pack and ship these out to all of our Treasure Tribe team members that have ordered. And so I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, Lauren, thank you for taking on that project, first of all. I'm also going to say she had to close the order, guys, because it got way more than what she anticipated. And she is committing to doing the amount that she had. And I know many of you have even reached out to me saying, can you just get this? Can you get that? She had to close it, but we will look at a way that we can do this again. If there are a handful of you that live nearby that might be willing to take on the next project and do it together, let us know, and maybe we can arrange a second order being printed and shipped. But let's just see how this one goes and see how much time it takes so that she can be a great judge and gauge for if we were to do this again in the future. So Lauren, share with everybody why you got started and how quickly you promoted to area and what your daily life looks like.
Thank you, Tish. So I am babysitting 4 other kids in addition to my 2. So we're kind of a zoo here,
okay.
But it's okay. So I am the crazy person indeed. So I got started, I've been in direct sales for 7 years now. I was with a previous jewelry company before. and loved jewelry. That's how I got started. I just love fashion. I love jewelry, jewels, purses, shoes. They always fit. So everything else fluctuates, but those always fit. So I was attracted to jewelry right away. I actually switched over and signed on with Park Lane February of 2020 and had my launch party in person, and then the world shut down. I had never had a successful online business with my previous company. And so I thought for sure, I signed on for $99 after spending probably $1,000 in jewelry before, and Lori telling me that I was crazy to keep spending. So I did my party, the world shut down, and I thought, this is it. I'm gonna do this. And she said, nope, we're gonna figure it out. And the Treasure Tribe team like came in and like we pivoted over to an online platform and was super successful. And I was able to do this from home with my kids on my own schedule. I'm a stay-at-home mom who's never at home. And so this just worked perfectly for me, and I love it. It's like one of my favorite things is to jump on calls and meetings with everyone. Like Frances said, for the community. And I loved and missed that when my previous company kind of changed over.
Where did your first few team members come from that joined you?
So my first team member, my first two were actually close friends. My zoo crew is going to come in. We're close friends, and one had hosted for me before, and then she signed on. And the other one, she just saw that I was having success and she loved jewelry. She wanted to make a couple extra bucks. And so she came in and watched me do a party, and then she signed on right after that.
And okay. And I love your, I know there were a few questions that I put out there, and I loved how you responded to this. What are some of the other things that you accomplished while reaching for area leader? Some of the things you're proud of?
Yeah. So in like the health world, they have these things called non-scale victories, which we all know about those. Well, in Park Lane, because we don't have to like stand on the scale, thank goodness, I call them non-rank victories. So along the way of promoting to area, I reached rich rewards 1, 2, and 3 before we had the sponsoring one was 3, but reached rich rewards every month consistently because I wanted that jewelry. That was a huge driver for me. I was able to build my business, continue meeting more people, hosting more parties, getting more sales, and then, you know, sharing along the way the opportunity for other ladies to also join me as well.
How many party, and you sell a lot. So how many, and this is the other thing I want to just highlight, guys. You see a big range at this area level leader. You're going to have some gals that maybe they do a few parties a month, and you're going to have some gals that may do 2 to 3 parties a week. All right. So Lauren is one of our top sellers. She sells a significant amount. She clearly loves the impact it makes on her income by selling and loves selling. So Lauren, how many parties would you say you're having on average, weekly or monthly? And what are a few of your top tips for those wanting to promote?
So in like, probably I'm going to say in the school year, not during the summer, because it changes. I do anywhere from 2 to 3 parties a week, 8 to 10 parties at most in a month. In the summertime right now, my average is probably closer to 5 or 6. But I'm getting ready to like get back into that August, September mode of more parties. So I love doing parties. They're easy. I typically try to block party at least 2 or 3 hostesses together one time a month, at least, just to lessen my schedule and kind of, it just depends what's going on with my house. But what was your second question, Tish?
So,
sorry.
No, that's okay. And I want to clarify something because I'm glad you brought this up. So your goal, you know, in a perfect month, let's say, is 2 to 3 parties a week, 7 to 8 to 10 a month, let's say. And you used to do in-home parties and now you do online parties, I'm assuming exclusively.
For the most part, yes.
Could you have ever done that many in-home parties a month when you were doing in-home parties? Out of curiosity.
No, because my closest party person would be an hour away. So I would have to commute, and that's just too much.
Yeah. So you couldn't be doing that 3 nights a week, whatever. And so as I just heard you, sometimes your parties may be one hostess, but sometimes like at least once a month, you're trying to do a block party where you may have 2 or 3 together to just kind of leverage your time, essentially. I love it.
Yes.
This is one of the reasons why I love our online party system and format, is it allows people to party more often and party with more hostesses, and in turn, obviously earn more than they would be doing if they were able to go out and do parties in person. Top tips, Lauren?
I had to write these down because I knew I would forget about them. So I would just say, get comfortable in talking about the opportunity. I have streamlined my hostess coaching, so I don't even have to think about it. I use Project Broadcast, it schedules out. And I want to share, because I have streamlined this, I don't ever forget to share the opportunity because it's just scheduled to go out. So last night I did a block party with 3 hostesses. That opportunity about this or that, would you want to be a stylist? One of my hostesses came back and said, hey, I'm kind of interested in signing up. I would have probably forgot to even send it to her. I would have forgot to check in with her, but I've streamlined it. It's now like a part of my thing. And so just get comfortable, force yourself to do it and offer it and share it with everyone. And then my last tip would just be authentic and be excited, because then people will want to engage with you and join in for the fun.
I see a hostess coaching training coming up in the near future with Lauren, but this is what I will tell y'all. And you guys know you have our hostess coaching steps and boards, and Lauren is a big Project Broadcast user, and sounds like she's doing hers through Project Broadcast. But I encourage each of you to take the boards that we have, create your own board where you can make it your own, where it's that much simpler for you. Probably many of you have done this. I'm assuming many of you have, but some of you may use the one that we have there where you're having to tweak every time you send it. Make it, you can copy it over to have your own, and then you can tweak it as needed. And it's just that much. What I just heard from her is it's all about having that system, because when the system is in place, it makes it super simple to just be able to act. And I love the idea of layering it into Project Broadcast, and maybe you can share more about that on another call. But you'rethebomb.com. She's one of those people, you take a busy person and give them, a challenge, and she figures out a way to make it happen. But I do think it's because she's very systematic, she's very structured. And I think you've got a big vision, Lauren. I do. I've watched you for a few years now, and you set your mind on something, and you see opportunities. You do not see obstacles. You figure out a solution. So huge congrats. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. I've got our last and final guest, and I know we're going over just a little bit, but I think this call was so valuable with so much information. And this is why we wanted to have several women share, so you guys could hear, their top tips. They're the people that have done it and done it recently. And let me again, I'm going to mute everybody. If you are here,
I would have said
you're muted.
We have chicken nuggets.
Someone's gonna have chicken nuggets for dinner or lunch, offering what options for lunchtime. All right, so Miss Sarah, you'll have to unmute yourself. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
And
I'm in my classroom at work, so don't mind the weird lighting behind me.
Oh my gosh, totally fine. Are you okay on time?
Yes, I'm good. I have work time for the rest of the day, so I'm good.
Okay, all right, awesome. Well, we asked Sarah to share today because while she hasn't yet promoted to area, she's going to do it likely this month. All right. So share with everybody. And I'm having her share because this is likely many of you watching today. Okay. So I just want you to understand how quickly it can happen. I would say that Sarah's on the fast track to area. That would be my best way to describe it. But Sarah, share with us how you got started, how you got introduced to Park Lane, and kind of what you've been doing since you got here.
Sure. Well, hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm so honored. I was really excited when Tish texted me and I said, really, me? I got involved in Park Lane because I got invited to a party like many of you have mentioned. And then I loved everything, bought a couple of things and just kept buying more from Tracy Garrett. And so then I decided to host a party, and halfway through I decided to join during the party. She hadn't even asked me yet, but I decided to join. So I joined in, I want to say the beginning of June, and I'm on so this would be I think I finished 2 full months. I think I'd have to double check on that. But I have always wanted to have a team. I do have another direct sales company that I work for. I've done it for 2 years and loved the idea of it, but have not ever been able to promote or to have a team or anything like that. So that's one of the things I've always wanted to do. I want it to be a leader of others. I really enjoy helping other people. And so that's kind of where I was at with that. I just kept sharing. I was super excited about sharing the jewelry and the opportunity with anybody that wanted to talk to me about it, and quickly recruited 4 people kind of right off the bat last month. And I have 4 others. One is just going to have our launch party next week. And I have 3 others that said they were interested, which is crazy considering the fact that I was never able to do anything like this in my previous direct sales. And so what made me come to this company was I think that the customer program is amazing. With my other direct sales company, the best that I could offer was a 30% discount. And, so that then requires your hostess to, after doing all of this work for you, to buy something. And maybe they're hosting because they can't quite afford to buy something at that time. You know what I mean? So I love the fact that Park Lane offers the opportunity for not only the hostess to get amazing rewards, because holy cow, I always want to close my own party links like every 5 minutes if I could. That's not possible, but because I want more jewelry too, so people like that. And then offering the 2 buy 2 get 4 half off. I mean, even without the bonus, that's amazing. And you get to pick what you want. I love that. So I know don't know why I'm saying that, because you guys all know that already, but I just think that that's super exciting. And I found, you had asked me, where did I find my people? I found a couple of them from my other business because they have many of the same frustrations that I had with it. And then others came from just hosting different parties and just saying, hey, this is so much fun. And look at, it's really easy. And I've had people say, well, I don't know how to work Facebook, or I don't know how to do this. And I said, that's what YouTube is for. Here's a link. And, telling everybody that I'll help them out and stuff. And it's just crazy to me. And I was told last month that, oh, you're going to promote to branch. And I was like, well, I hope so. And I did. And so I'm hopeful, fingers crossed, that I can promote to area leader this month, because I so would love to do that. And I really enjoy trying to, help these people that have supported me in other ways, but, just didn't have their niche yet. And so they've been talking to me, and I hope that I can help them find their niche too, because it's so much fun.
So I could ask you all sorts of questions, and I won't ask too many because I'm being cognizant of our time here. But question number 1 is, are you using the tool? Like when you go to talk about the opportunity, because again, I feel like your enthusiasm is contagious and you're just excited saying it's so fun, you should join me. And the girls are like, sign me up because it sounds awesome. But are you using tools to share information out of curiosity?
Yes. I'm using boards a lot, and Tracy helped me kind of make my own way of talking, because one of the things that I told her that I was not very good at, I said, I'm good at sharing because I love this product and I love the jewelry. I'm good at sharing, but I struggle with, the communication and asking somebody to join or asking somebody to host a party because I think the reason why I was hesitant is because I was scared that I was being pushy or being not authentic or just looking into, what am I going to get out of it? But when in reality, that's not really how I felt. I was just really wanting to help other people, make a team myself to help others, and myself too, but not in the way of a monetary value. I mean, that's great. Don't get me wrong, but more in it makes me feel like a fulfilled person, if that makes any sense, to help other people, which is probably why I also love teaching. But anyway, so yes, I use boards. I kind of already knew how to use boards from my previous job or direct sales company. So that was kind of an advantage, but it's not hard at all, super easy. And then kind of making it in my own words. So it sounds like me and not like somebody else is talking and telling me what to say, if that makes sense. And then following what I didn't know was called the Mercer method until the coffee chat on Thursday last week. I just figured out what that was. People were talking about it and I was kind of like, oh, okay, what is that? Great. But I kind of do that already. If people have a long list, hey, do you want to be a hostess, and not exactly in that wording, but and then saying, hey, you'd be really good at this. Especially I've had some hostesses that are, they are doing exactly what I asked them to do and they're communicating with their people and all that stuff. And so I will say, hey, you're so good at X, Y, and Z, and specifically list what I think that they're good at, not just saying, hey, you'd be good at this, you should join me. But, but trying to be specific and being authentic and honest, saying, I'm not going to say, hey, you're really good at posting when they've not done any of that. I want it to be authentic because I do mean it when I say it. And I think that people appreciate that. I didn't think that I'd be able to have a team. And Tracy told me that I could. And I said, okay, I'll try. And I didn't think I could. And she said, yes, you can. And she told me multiple times. And then I started to believe her. So it's amazing what you can tell somebody else, and you never know what impact it's going to make until you try. So that's I know I kind of went off on something else, but that's a good question.
No, it's such beautiful words. And it's such a great reminder that as someone's sponsor or mentor, we can make such an impact on that person. And you saying, Tracy said, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I believe in you. Yes, you can. I mean, you can't hear it enough. And even for those of us that, may be very successful in other areas of our life, when you're walking into something that's new and different, you're going to have all the self-doubt. And this is the impact that we can make on the world when we serve others and help them, with this business and make an impact with this business. So I love it. I'm going to tell you, because I know all of your uplines have told you, you not only will be promoting to area this month, I have no doubt, but you will also be on your way to earning this trip to Cabo. And you are really smart because you're sponsoring early and you're taking advantage of the special, and you're going to have all of this time where your new team members can be selling and possibly earning their own spot in Cabo. And you're going to be earning points on all that time frame. And I can tell you're very coachable. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
Huge congrats, Sarah. And I know we'll all be cheering you on all month long. And I just can't wait to see your future celebrations ahead. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you for having me. I truly appreciate it. What an honor. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, my friends. Well, with that and being over by 15 minutes, we are going to wrap it up. The last thing I will remind all of you guys, I'm doing the Crazy 8 tonight in my VIP groups. Put an 8 in the comments if you are as well. I'm super excited about it. I know many of us are doing it all different sorts of ways, but the way I am running mine is I have made a list of 8 earrings, necklaces, and bracelets that I will be sharing and going live and showing each piece and telling them the sale price that I'm offering for 24 hours. And then I will have people commenting on the items that they want. I'm basically creating a social sale. I'll create 2 and 4 orders ship it all to me, and then it ships out to the customers. So that's how I'm running mine. I know many of you are, doing different things. Continue to watch, and if you want to post the images, I know we've had Sally Anglem share a lot of images with the product on it. So thank you, Sally, for that. I think some of you have created I forget what it's called with Project Broadcast, but the one sheet that's got all the images in Project Broadcast as well. Thank you for whoever has done that. However you do it and whatever you want to do, this is what we know. People love a theme, people love fun, and Crazy 8 is fun. So thank you guys so much. Thank you to all that shared today. You guys are the best. I so appreciate you. Hope you all enjoyed this, and we'll get this recording posted since I was not able to stream it live on Facebook. Bye, everybody.